What's up everyone, Terraquake here, and welcome on back to our Pokemon Ultra Sun walkthrough. In the last part, we went through Paniola Town and also through the Paniola Ranch, which was kind of this whole area. Got access to the next Ride Pager Pokemon, which is just the Stoutland, a little bit useless. You know, not to take a dump on Stoutland or anything. But yeah, today it's time to move north because remember, the south path to Route 6 is completely blocked off. But yeah, anyways, if you beat every single trainer on this route, you can come back and fight this guy. So let's go ahead and remember that because we're trying to beat every trainer today here on Route 5. This is going to take you to Brooklet Hill, which is the location of the first trial here on the island. I guess it's your second island trial overall, unless you count grand trials, but I don't know, they're kind of separate. And we have a double battle to get things going. Now, the new Pokemon on this round, the big one is Fomantis. Yeah, Fomantis is a grass type, and man, I forgot Fairy resists Bug. Man, that's so annoying. Alright, hold on. Wait, no, I'm changing up my strategy now. Yeah, Cottonese part Fairy, so let's just double into that Petalil first. But yeah, Fomantis is a plain grass type, eventually is going to become a Lurantis. I can't remember if it's Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Moon, where Lurantis is a totem Pokemon. I want to say it's Sun and Moon, so I'm sure we'll see Lurantis nonetheless later on in the game. You can also find a Lillipup on this route. I don't know if this is the first place you can catch a Lillipup in this game, but there is going to be a use for Lillipup if you have it on your team on this route as well, other than, you know, just capturing it. So you may wanna capture one for that too. Anyways, let's just hope. Yeah, at least this Cottony doesn't look like it has any Fairy type moves, so that helps us out, I suppose. And another turn will do the trick. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good Wednesday. Man, it is almost Thanksgiving break for your boy. Couldn't get here soon enough, man. Couldn't get here soon enough, I tell you. By the way, I just got the notification that James Franklin has been hired as Virginia Tech's next head football coach. My goodness. Yeah, that came out like right before I was starting to record, so had to peep that real quick, man. That's kind of big news. If you don't follow college football or you don't know what college football is, then you probably just want me to shut up. So anyways, here's the Super Potion. You're going to notice on the mini-map, the flag is actually, it was just above where we were, just above those twins that we just fought. And there's going to be a big battle you got to do there. So we'll get to that in a bit. For now, we're just going to keep exploring the rest of the route. We're kind of taking this long way around. Don't worry about this upper section. You actually won't be able to access it until a bit later on. But what we will do is take on this lady who's like doing some stretches and stuff. And she still has time to battle us. How thoughtful. But yeah, you might have caught a glimpse of Team Skull up there. You're kind of going to be blocked from progressing too much further until you deal with whoever is up ahead on Route 5. I'm probably going to make sure I'm all healed up for that battle, that's for sure. Here's a Morlul. I think this is another grass and fairy type, right? So, ugh. Kind of annoying, I can't lie. Kind of annoying. But let's just take it out because, yeah, I just want to be super effective on it, alright? This week has not gotten off to the A and it's got Moonlight. Alright, just to make things 10 times worse. As I was saying though, this week hasn't gotten off to the greatest start because I have recently had issues with trying to stream Pokemon Legends ZA thanks to my Elgato / Nintendo Switch just not working, not wanting to cooperate. By the way, if you don't know what an Elgato is, it's like a little capture device that, you know, lets me connect my footage on my Switch to the laptop so I can actually stream it. Let's go into Rudolph, I guess, for late. Actually, you know what? No, I have Spark. I know I'm not part electric yet, but we do have Spark already. The goal is, before next episode, which will, of course, be the Water-type trial, the goal is to have Charge-a-Bug. I think that'll be a big help. But yeah, so it's just been really sucky, because I haven't been able to stream Legends ZA, and I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do, if you want me to be honest. I really do want to complete that game. And the fact that I think my Switch is just so old that it's just not working anymore with it, because The funny thing is, I'm pretty sure the Elgato works fine when I hook my Wii up to it. So that's kind of what tells me that it is the Switch's problem. And again, I think that's because it's just so gosh darn old. But here we go. We have Hal talking to some new person up here. Who in the world is this? Bro's got like, you can't even see his right eye. His hair's so long. Yeah, this is going to be Gladion. And technically, he's a part of Team Skull. But, you know, I wouldn't consider him the same as all those other grunts. And he is going to challenge you for a battle. Yeah, not even going to give you an option to say no or anything. So, you best be ready. This is kind of going to be I guess a secondary rival. He eventually comes around, though. Like, even though he is Team Skull, I wouldn't say he's necessarily a bad guy. I don't know. You can kind of form your own opinions about him, but all we got to do now is defeat him. So let's hit Zubat with a Spark. But yeah, now, you know, the whole thing with my Switch not working, it's really making me think if I should just... Oh, that's right. No, this is Zora. Yeah, Zora's got Illusion. Oh, man, that sucks. Am I going to die right here? Ooh, I live with 2. Okay, I did forget that, yeah, Zora has Illusion. That's his first mon. Zora has Feint Attack and a Scratch, by the way. Here comes the Zubat for real this time. Zubat's going to have Bite and Wing Attack. But yeah, now, as I was saying, it's making me think if I should just bite the bullet and, like, over Christmas, get the Switch 2 or something. Even though I wasn't planning on getting the Switch 2 until, like, way later when either the next Pokemon game came out or there was another game that I really wanted that comes out on it. So I don't know, man. I was really planning on just trying to finish the Legends ZA on my OG Switch, and that'd probably be, like, the last thing that I do on that Switch. But now it's looking like that's not even going to happen. And yeah, it just kind of sucks because, like, some of these recent streams haven't gone the way I've wanted them to go or the way I planned. But, you know, that's how life is, I suppose. Alright, here is Type Null. Now, Type Null is a plain normal type. It is new to this game. It has Tackle and Pursuit. Now, doesn't sound like the strongest moves, but this thing is strong. Yeah, you can see Tackle did 18 hit points right there. And it's... gonna take 2 Brick Breaks to go down. As long as he doesn't crit me, though, then I think we live. Perfect. So Larry's gonna get the KO. But yeah, Type Null, very strong Pokemon, and it's not even fully evolved yet, which is arguably the crazier part. But yeah, remember, Zora always comes out first, even if it looks like a Zubat or Type Null. And down goes Gladion, so he's all angry and stuff. He, like, completely pops off. And I think Hal actually lost to him, so, you know, that's kind of us getting revenge for Hal, I suppose. And here comes Team Skull, the couple grunts that we saw earlier that were blocking the path. And, yeah, they can't believe that Gladion lost. Now, you're actually not going to have to battle these two. And Gladion's kind of, again, he's not like the grunts. He's, like, embarrassed of them, basically. So, again, he's a bit different. He kind of plays a different role as well. So, yeah, they're going to slowly walk off. I mean, could y'all move any slower? And that little section is done. So, once we get done talking with Hal, we can move on with Route 5. I don't think he healed our Pokemon, did he? It'd be great if he did. Okay, he didn't. Alright, well... Guess I'm gonna have to spend some of my hard-earned cash and items on my mons then. I don't want to do that, man. Nah, I will. I'd be a bad trainer if I didn't. Alright, so I think I'll keep grubbing up front. He's been doing well, and we're gonna kind of peel off to the left here and just see what's over on this side. Some more grass over here, and there's gonna be a breeder standing by this pile of berries. So we'll fight him first, and then I think we only have about 2 more battles to go after this. But yeah, again, really just thinking about if I should get that Switch 2, because I do want to complete Legends ZA. The only issue is, I don't know if I could, I mean, I feel like you're not able to transfer, like, save data over from my Switch 1 to my Switch 2, so I guess I'd have to restart the game too, which would also suck. So, maybe I just don't complete the game whatsoever. I'm not too sure. But, as I was saying, this whole, I don't know, this whole thing is just kind of sucked. I mean, I'll keep testing it out, and maybe by some miracle, my Switch will start working again, but I highly doubt that. Alright, here's a Spinnerack. Bug and grass types seem to be like the go-to play on this route for whatever reason. But yeah, speaking of Thanksgiving break, I want to try to bulk ahead some episodes before that. And then I'd like to get some episodes done before winter break as well. Hopefully I should have time to do that. I mean, for most of my classes towards the end of the semester here, I feel like I'm kind of just going to be cruising into the finish. But I don't really know. I mean, there's like one big project that I have that I'm a little concerned with. I mean, I'm not too concerned about it. Like, it's not going to be, you know, if I don't do well on this project, I die or something. Not that. But other than that, hopefully the rest of my classes I'll just be sort of cruising, man. Sort of cruising. Alright, there was another lady over here that I kind of just skipped over. Does she have an item for us? Nope, she's just giving us some information that we already knew. Right there's the entrance to Brooklet Hill. Let's go ahead and do this double battle, though. Yeah, y'all weren't expecting me to come from this angle, were you? Were ya? But yeah, that whole Gladion stuff is not avoidable, so don't even try thinking about it. Alright, we will take down their two flying types. And then this, we'll go back to that trial guide and fight that dude. But that dude's pretty tough. I think we're actually going to be lower leveled than his two mons. By the way, the game was lagging there for a bit. Not a great thing that, you know, I have two mons a week to flying. Again, that won't be the case very soon once we finally get a Charge-a-Bug. Because I'm pretty sure Charge-a-Bug becomes part electric. I know Vikavolt is, but I don't know. The fact that we learned Spark is telling me that Charge-a-Bug is also part electric. Alright, so down goes Rufflet. I think that was Volibee that went for Pluck. That did a buttload of damage. And yeah, it was. So hopefully with the speed drop, we're going to be able to knock it out here. I think Volibee, is Volibee part dark? Or is it just Mandibuzz that's part dark? I forget. Brick Break was neutral. But I don't know, it could still be normal. Speaking of Brick Break, it's funny that I already have Brick Break on Crabrawler in this walkthrough. And, you know, we got Brick Break, what, episode 9 or something? I think it was after the Grand Trial. And Pokemon Glaze, the most recent episode, part 75, we finally got the TM for Brick Break. That is just, that is like crazy to say. Okay, in here in the Pokemon Center, you're going to be able to trade a Lillipup for a Noibat. Noibat, really awesome Pokemon that'll be dragon flying once it becomes Noivern. So yeah, it's that guy right there. And that's what I was mentioning earlier with Lillipup. So if you do want a Noibat, that is the way to get it. And this guy's going to ask us something. Is this going to be one of those, like, go catch a Pokemon? Yeah. Alright, he wants you to get a Corsola. As per usual, you'll get some cash in exchange. So, you know, it's a nice little side gig. Dude, imagine that in real life. Someone's like, hey, come show me a frog and I'll give you like $10,000. Bro, come on, man. That'd be crazy. But that Noibat will also be holding a Bright Powder too, by the way. And I was trying to talk to the kid and not go into PC. I think we have picked up all the items on this route. There's one more TM we can get. And it might be, let's see. Honestly, it might be where, it might be blocked off until you access the other part of this route, which again won't happen until a bit later. Because yeah, I don't think you can get up there until later on. Not too much further, but that kind of stinks. So here we go, let's fight this guy. And again, this battle could be a little tough. I want to say his mons are like 24 or something like that. But hey man, he's only got 2 Pokemon, so let's give it some time. Now he does have a Z Crystal on one of these mons too, so we might be seeing our first Z move. Because Kahuna Hala did not use a Z move, if I remember. He's going to start with a Slowpoke, though. I think he has 2 Psychic types. This thing is part water, though, to be fair. I'm really hoping we can just get the knockout with my boy Grubhub. I could go for some Grubhub right now, man. Oh, Yawn is annoying, though. It is annoying. Yeah, I don't really be getting food delivered, like, hardly ever, to be fair. I literally, the only times I've gotten food delivered, holy cow, that did a butt ton of damage. Yeah, see, I'm in level 24, Slowpoke's not fooling around. Let's try to go to Brion. And I don't know, man. This is actually going to be kind of rough. I might not win this battle. I will just keep it a buck. At least this is the last battle of the episode. Brionne's going to take that a bit better, which is nice. And I don't really have that many good moves. Disarming Voice is the best thing I can do. So, yeah, that's, man, and that doesn't do a lot. Let me get off one more Disarming Voice. And then I'll probably start, you know, just going on a healing spree here. But yeah, no, it was towards the end of my last semester, back in the spring, I got some food delivered, and that was only because I had gift cards. So, you know, I got some discounts. I love how we got the confusion, too. This is just perfect, isn't it? This is perfect. Honestly, all this healing and confusion and sleep is probably gonna take a while. So let me do y'all a favor. Alright, it went down finally after like 4 super potions. And now Grubhub's trying to get acrobatics. That is a move I did not know it got access to. Acrobatics, so obviously not a stab move. Flying type attack. I guess that's because Vikavolt later on kind of gets wings. But it doubles the damage if you're not holding an item. I want to keep Spark. I want to keep Bug Bite. Am I ever going to use String Shot? Maybe. So I'm actually going to drop Bite here. Bite's pretty good, but I think I am going to bite the bullet. See what I did there? Okay. Alright, here comes probably his tougher Pokemon, though. This is Mr. Mime, also level 24. And by the way, yep, I got yawned again, so I'm back to sleep. And I'm curious if this thing's about to use a, whatchamacallit, a Z move. Yes, it is! Alright, here it comes. Fortunately, this can only be used once per battle. And, oh wait, never mind, he went for light, wait, what? Wait, maybe that was just showing that he has the ability to use a Z move, I think. Okay, I'm fine with a light screen. Where are my awakenings is the question. Here we go. Let's go ahead and wake up Rudolph. I don't think this thing can put you to sleep. And, okay, well, it's just setting up screens, so that is pretty annoying. Honestly, String Shot might come in handy here. One more awakening on Grubhub, and then let's see if this thing's gonna attack me. Yeah, there's Psywave. Okay, Psywave isn't really too threatening, though. Well, I mean, okay, it did a lot of damage, but if y'all know Psywave, it kind of does a random amount every time. So there's a chance that it could do a lot less than that. So let's just see. We might be in a complete stall fest, if I'm gonna be real. Okay, it did the same amount of damage that time. Maybe it's different in Gen 7. I know in the older games it was like completely random, and it was just not that good of a move, especially in like Gen 1. Okay, Double Slap, I can live with that. That's doing nothing. Don't hit all 5 turns, though. Or 4. Okay, Light Screen wore off. Now, the question is, he's probably going to go for Light Screen again. I'm going to go for Icy Wind to get a speed drop. Yeah, that's fine. I wasn't going to do that much damage on that turn anyways. Getting a speed drop should definitely help out. This is going to do, like, nothing. But then, maybe the Reflect will wear off. Yeah, there it goes. So now, let's go for Aqua Jet. It'd be great if Brionne can kind of handle this thing, or at least do most of its damage, and then we can come in with someone else. I can tell you one thing, Larry's definitely not doing a whole lot. Another 4-turn Double Slap. Bro's gotta have the loaded dice, even though he had the Psychic's Z Crystal, so he doesn't have the loaded dice, but goodness, man. It seems like it. I have 8 Super Potions left, and I guess I have 2 Moo Moo Milks in the back, but that's about it. But yeah, I don't think, you know, don't panic if you're underleveled compared to this guy. This guy's just supposed to be a bit tougher. I'm definitely gonna, he hit 5 times, by the way. You gotta be kidding. But yeah, I'm definitely going to double check the level of the Totem Pokemon for the next episode. And yeah, I'm gonna see if I want to get a few more levels. I have a feeling I will. Alright, what I'm gonna do here is just go for a Water Gun. And okay, he's still outsped. No, I was hoping I'd outspeed. Hey, he only hit 2 times, though. Alright, this kind of sounds bad, but I'm almost just gonna let Brionne go down. Because I really want someone else to get the experience from this. So, Brionne, you put in all the work, but you're not gonna get, like, any of the benefits. Sorry. Let's see, who's gonna... Hopefully this doesn't backfire on me. I mean, as long as we can take, like, 1 hit here with the Grubbin, we should be fine. Remember, we have the speed drop. And, okay, we still get outsped. How much is Psywave about to do? Wow, okay, not as much as I thought it would. Perfect. And one more Bug Bite will do the trick. So, whew, tough battle is finally over with. And you're going to get TM for doing this. I don't really think it's a good one, though. What is it again? Oh, yeah, Nature Power. Mid. Mid, if you ask me. But hold on, there's level 20. See, this is why. This is why I wanted to do it, because now we can end off the video with an evolution. Yeah. Let's get Charge-a-Bug, baby. Definitely need this guy for the trial coming up. So, Charge-a-Bug, you know, kind of enters that little cocoon form like all the regional bugs. This Pokemon gets like 10 times cooler once it becomes Vikavolt. But yeah, there it is. So I will, I'll definitely take that. Really excited to have this thing on my team. And that'll go into our Pokédex, or Rotom Dex, Roto Dex, whatever you want to freaking call it. And let's go ahead and snag this TM. Oh, hold on. He's trying to get a move too. What is it? Charge? I'm going to pass on that. Yeah, that can like power up your next electric type move, but I'm good, I think. I'm good. Keep our old moves. I didn't use String Shot in that battle, but I don't know. I feel like there's one instance where String Shot could come in handy. So there we go. Tough battle done, and that will do it for this episode. Next time we are taking on trial number 1 here on Akala Island. That'll be next week, though. For now, though, hope y'all enjoyed. Have a good rest of your day, and until then, deuces.